Amir Abd al-Qadir al-Jazairi was born in 1808 in western Algeria. During his youth, he left his homeland and traveled around the Muslim world in order to seek knowledge, and he studied at the Prophet's Mosque in Medina, the Umayyad Mosque in Damascus, and the Abdul Qadir Jilani Mosque in Baghdad. After returning to Algeria, Amir Abd al-Qadir became well respected for his knowledge and experience, and became an influential religious teacher. When the French invaded Algeria in 1830, Abdul Qadir mobilized his religious students and assembled an army that resisted the French invasion. The lack of central authority in Algeria after the collapse of Ottoman rule meant that Algerian tribes had to unite against the brutal French invasion. On November 27, 1832, hundreds of tribal and religious leaders pledged allegiance to Amir Abd al-Qadir and declared him as their leader. After gaining widespread support, Amir Abd al-Qadir increased the size of his army and led a fierce resistance against the French army in western and central Algeria. He defeated the French in multiple battles and prevented them from expanding their rule. In 1834, Amir Abd al-Qadir forced the French to sign a peace treaty that recognized his authority over western Algeria. This allowed him to establish his own powerful state. Amir Abd al-Qadir built military fortifications, appointed governors in different regions, and formed a council of advisors. He also built schools and invested in education, and he also enforced Islamic law and placed a strict ban on drugs and gambling. Amir Abd al-Qadir also established his own currency and formed strong relations with the king of neighboring Morocco. In addition to this, he used the peace treaty with the French in order to buy time, expand his army, and build weapon and ammunition factories. However, the French eventually broke the peace treaty and attacked Abdul Qadir's state. Amir Abdul Qadir's army managed to repel the invasion and defeated the French. However, the French eventually put pressure on the king of neighboring Morocco to stop supporting Amir Abdul Qadir and threatened to invade Morocco. Therefore, Amir Abdul Qadir eventually began to run low on supplies, and the French launched another invasion into his state and began slaughtering and burning entire villages and towns. When Amir Abdul Qadir ran out of supplies, he was forced to surrender to the French in order to spare the further bloodshed of his people. After surrendering, Amir Abdul Qadir was arrested and taken to a prison in France. Amir Abdul Qadir was eventually released from prison after 5 years and was not allowed to go back to Algeria. Therefore, he traveled to Syria in the Ottoman Empire, where he became a teacher at the Umayyad Mosque in Damascus. During his time in Syria, Amir Abdul Qadir became popular among the people, and in the year 1860, during the inter-religious violence that took place in Syria, he sheltered 15,000 Christians in his home and prevented them from being massacred. Throughout his life, Amir Abdul Qadir also wrote many books, including his autobiography, which he wrote in prison, as well as many books on Sufism. Amir Abd al-Qadir al-Jazairi passed away in 1883 in Damascus.